Making your own hanging sleeve allows you to match the backing fabric if you wish, and the construction is very simple and quick. So the first thing we need to do is measure for the hanging sleeve. So you're going to measure the width of the quilt, the edge upon which you want to apply the fabric or the sleeve, and write down that measurement. Next, we're going to cut a crosswise grain fabric strip from the fabric that you're going to make the sleeve out of, and we want it to be 9 inches wide. This will produce a sleeve that will accommodate almost any standard hanging rod or slat. So you'll cut the desired number of 9-inch by width of fabric strips. The next thing that we're going to do is, if you needed to piece these together because you had a wide quilt, you're going to use a diagonal seam. You're going to cut the strip to that width measurement that we took just a moment ago. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I want to finish the edges. And in order to do that, I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to eyeball. You really want to press in just about 1/4 inch of fabric along the side and use a little steam so it creases really nicely. And then I'm going to fold it in one more time. So I've got a nice finished edge. The next thing you would do is take this to the sewing machine and then stitch it so that it looks like this, and we have a nice finished seam. So this edge is stitched. We're going to bring wrong sides together, line up the edges, and we're going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam with wrong sides together. The beauty of this is that we now do not have to turn the tube inside out, because we're going to hide that seam behind the tube of sleeve, and it's not going to show, so it's going to be wonderful. So this is what it looks like when we've sewn that seam. We have our finished edges on the side, we have a raw edge with our wrong sides together, and the seam that we've just stitched along the top. So now the basic sleeve is finished. So let's talk about permanent application. The first thing that I'm going to do is take the sleeve that I just showed you. We completed it, we finished the edges, and we put wrong sides together and sewed a seam at the top. I'm going to press this so that I have a crease at the bottom. We'll use some steam. We'll get a nice crease pressed in because it'll make the next step easier. Now we want to make another crease. So we're going to fold our first crease up so that it is more than halfway toward the top of our hanging sleeve. I'm going to line it up so that my edges are straight. It'll look like I have it pretty evenly distributed, and now I'm going to press another crease into the sleeve. This crease represents the place where we're going to hand stitch the sleeve to the back of the quilt. So again, we want to have a nice crisp crease. So we've just made the crease where we will hand stitch the bottom edge of the sleeve to the back of the quilt, and now you can see how our sleeve is kind of a D shape, which gives us the slack that we will need for the hanging rod to go through so that the quilt will hang nice and straight either on your wall or in the quilt show. So now I want to show you how to place the sleeve on the back of the quilt as we're preparing for it to become permanent. So here is my little quilt top from the back side. And generally you would do pretty much like we did with borders. You're going to find the center of the quilt and the center of the top edge of the sleeve. This is a small enough project that I can eyeball it, and it's going to be fine because it doesn't have to be exact, and we can eyeball it and get it pretty close. But if it's a much larger piece than this, you would want to go ahead and find the centers of each and place a pin so that it will stay centered exactly where you want it. So I'm going to pin my sleeve on, lining up carefully the top edges of my sleeve with the top edges of the quilt. There we are. And put one more on this side. And what is usually helpful at this point, you could just leave it pinned if you wanted to, but it's just as easy to take it to the machine, do a basting stitch just inside the seam line so that it will be buried inside the binding once you apply the binding. And that will mean that then the top of this sleeve is attached temporarily to your quilt before we put the binding on, but you'll be able to get rid of the pins. The next step that you'll do, and you can do this after you do the binding, but you'll be able to fold this back up and find your second crease, and that'll be where we hand stitch this sleeve to the back of the quilt. I hope that I've given you practical ideas for an easy way to hang your quilt and plenty of ideas and inspiration for ways to document your creation.